Hey guys, what's up? Brandon here. And so for my full-time job, I do a lot of filming and photography work, especially in the fishing industry. So I'm in the boat with a lot of different pro anglers. So today I want to kind of go over my fall topwater strategy and from what I've learned personally through my experiences, as well as some tips I've taken from the pros. So let's get into it. So this time of year, the bass are feeding up shallow. Really from late September to November when the shad are dying off is topwater time. Anytime you're seeing shad present up shallow or flickering the surface, bass busting, it's topwater time. The bass right now are feeding up. They're looking up, pushing those baits shallow. That kind of leads me into my first bait is the popper. And that's why I like it so much, is because it allows me to throw those baits up shallow by the bank, by cover, because typically when you're fishing shallow water, there's a lot of laydowns in the water, there's a lot of rock on the water, and these type of baits can help you keep that bait in place because you can throw it up there and leave it in place. You can work it slowly around those covers, those laydowns, those rocks. It has that drawing power to draw those bass in. Kind of a hybrid in between those two, from a walking bait to a popping style bait, is this bait, which was kind of a secret to the pros, I guess you could say. I feel like the cat's out of the bag now, and that is the evergreen shower blows. And the uniqueness about this bait is it's a walking style bait, as well as, look at that nose. It's a concave nose. You can kind of see how the little fins stick out there, and that's going to give it spitting. It's going to spit more. Kind of like the plug. It's that hybrid, that concave nose that allows it to spit in the water. So as well as walking, you're getting noise out of it. I like to throw it when it's got a little more chop on the water, when a little more disturbance, drawing that attention that sometimes when you get a little bit of wave and chop in the water, that sound, that bait gets masked because it's windy and the bass have trouble tracking it. Also, this time of year is a buzz bait. Sometimes they don't want that cadence. They want a consistent sound. So I like that. Anything white on the back of the buzz bait, this is like a buzz toad type thing that I put on my buzz baits. And not just that consistent sound of it rolling across the water is sometimes what they need. This time of year, you don't know, because you just got to play with it. You got to find, they're eating topwater. They're all feeding up. If there's bait present, they're up there feeding on topwater. So you got to kind of figure out, play the game and figure out what bait they like the most. Probably the most popular just year round and just topwater in general is a walking style bait. A walking style bait is something you're twitching. It's walking, like call it walk the dog, walks back and forth. And for the most part, I go with a bone shad pretty much all the time with these baits, just because that's what you're mimicking, is a dying shad on the surface. But bone's a good color to me. There is two different sounds. Sometimes in the fall or just lake to lake, they like a different sound. So there's the regular style sound, and then there's a deeper sound. So this one's called, these are both Strike King Sexy Dogs, and one of them is just a normal one, the one with the high rattle, and then the lower rattle is the hard knock. So it's just giving them options, see what they want, what sound they want. But for the most part, this time of year in the fall, that's what I throw. These fish are dirt shallow this time of year. So keep that in mind as well, but also move around and change up and see what they like. All right guys, so the last tip I want to share with you is the pro tip of how to attach the line to the bait itself. And this is particularly if you're using braided line, which most pros are using braided line because it floats and its strength, so it's not going to break on you. But when you use braided line, it's so soft that it tends to wrap around your hook, especially your front hook on walking baits or just topwaters in general. So what they do is they put a piece of monofilament leader in between that, because that monofilament's a little bit stiffer, so it doesn't hang up around those hooks as much. Thanks for watching, guys. And if you're looking for more great fall fishing tips, make sure you check out Jason Christie's fall topwater tip and my top baits I use in the fall. Thanks for watching.